What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back from video. And today's video is actually My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 24. And it's about, Tomura Shigaraki, his origin, stuff like that. I want to give you my thoughts about it and stuff like that. Because, again, My Villain Academia is very, very controversial, at least with the anime and stuff like that. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I think this was probably one of the best episodes, not only in the series, but also another thing as well is in the whole season. The whole season, this definitely is the best episode of the whole season. I'll be honest with you. Even the one from last week was really good. But I like how Shigaraki was just a demon, man. He was a savage. And, you got to learn his backstory, stuff like that. How you got to see... And again, if you guys have read the manga, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So we got from, when he was trying to find himself, kind of, he didn't know what to do, he's looking for some help, and the people just ignored him. It's like a hero's come and save you, a police officer came to save him, and then he realized that no one was going to save him, so he was just sitting under the bridge until All For One pretty much finds him, and that's when he starts teaching him how to use his powers, his quirk, and stuff like that. And then you get the flashback of him, when he was younger, where he was getting bullied by some grown-ups or whatever, some teenagers or whatever it is. And then Tomo was like, I don't know how I feel. And All For One's like, let your feelings and emotions just take over. What do you want to do? He's just like, kill him. I want to kill him. And he definitely kills him, but it's kind of like off-screen, kind of like the manga. Because, again, the manga kind of did the same thing as well. The only difference is with this is that they showed the blood, which I was kind of happy about. They just didn't show their clothes as well. And also, I did like how in the manga anime, they actually did it kind of better, where you get to kind of see All For One's face. Because, again, you see it in the manga, but I remember in the manga, they kind of, blurring him out a little bit. But the anime did a really, really good job because you got to see his face. And pretty much All For One's trying to teach him about, whatever you do, use these hands, stuff like that. You are now Tomura Shigaraki. And he's like, Shigaraki, that's my last name, stuff like that. And... he talked about he treated him like a son, stuff like that, and pretty much Shigaraki's remembering all the stuff happening. He says, he remembered what he wanted to do. He wanted to kill his mother, his father, so he did, and blah, blah, blah. And he said he felt no regret about it. And then you have, the Geka Makuya coming in there, just destroying Carnage, and Leggett, the ice dude, he was done trying to fight Dabi, went to stop him, and then boom, Malgakia, the big giant monster that's All For One's bodyguard, he just comes in there, just carnage. And again, they took a lot of stuff from from Spinner's dialogue and stuff like that, because in the manga, he's pretty much moving the truck or the bus, and he's screaming like Shigaraki, and then in the anime, he just breaks it like you see in the panel or even the thumbnail and stuff like that. He just does it like that. I do think they did a good job. I think they did a good job with that, showing you how demonic and how savage he is. And then Redestro comes in there, tries to do a stress ball. Shigaraki destroys it. Redestro's like, I gotta go after him, blah, blah, blah. And then Shigaraki's gotta do it before you connect. And you got Redestro's, small backstory, whatever it is. He says, you are the will of Redestro. And he comes in there 100%. Shigaraki pretty much does his, his carnage, his full power, whatever you want to call it. And his hair turns white. Everywhere's destruction. He just kills everybody, or at least he destroys the city and stuff like that. And honestly, I liked it, man. And again, I'm gonna tell you guys right this. I think this was better. And a lot of people on Twitter, this was trending yesterday. People were saying this was better than Avengers: Infinity War, and I'm like, I don't blame them, because let's be honest, with the Marvel movies and TV shows, they would never have the balls to have Shigaraki just have a villain. Disney and Marvel would never have the balls to have one of their villains just kill a bunch of people and destroy a city and kill millions and stuff like that. And then, Redestro had to cut off his his legs and stuff like that. And pretty much he just saw, he saw almost like, yo, I can't be the leader no more, man. He's like, I gave up. He's like, well, I can't really kill him because I know that I can't defeat him, and I know that you are a true liberator, stuff like that. And he's like, and Shigaraki pretty much tells him that, why we fight again? Oh yeah, I forgot, you were picking a fight with us. And pretty much saying that, then you have Trumpet being like, save our commander, and then Shigaraki looks at them, and they're all scared, and they don't know what to do. And then Redestro's like, stop it. stop a trumpet anymore will cause unnecessary, deaths and stuff like that. And then he says these fine people were following my orders, stuff like that, with gesture will and stuff like that. And then, All For One's bodyguard, whatever, he's having flashbacks of All For One and stuff like that. And he's like a successor, he's having a whole flashback of, he pretty much sees All For One and Shigaraki, and pretty much saying that you are the true successor of All For One, whatever. And then pretty much, Redestro pretty much tells him that the Meta Liberation Army is yours to command, stuff like that. And he remembers he was broke and all that. Again, they cut a lot of that stuff out even in the beginning. And he pretty much says, oh, you're a CEO. That means you got money to burn, that where no one can stop you. And then you get it where, they're trying to make the story up where, it was a tragedy, an accident, stuff like that, with Deca City and stuff like that. And then Redestro pretty much says that, I am Redestro, I am this and that. I can, he says I saw the League as a threat, but now he pretty much, be honest with you, he kind of bitched out, kind of. It's like, you talk all this hot stuff, you try to be all gangster, kind of, and then now you just bend over to Shigaraki. He's like, listen, I can't be the leader no more. Not only did he whoop my ass, but I believe in his ideology, in his political ideology and his views and stuff like that, with liberation and destruction, stuff like that. And pretty much he says, it's time for a new name. Him and Spinner come up with it, and he's telling his followers that it's time for Tomoya Shigaraki to be the Grand Commander. He's just he's just there on the sidelines, and he pretty much says, Tomoya Shigaraki, tell him what the name is. He says the name is the Paramount Liberation Front. I was like, wow. He says they removed the villain to have the liberation, and he says that's just decoration. He says we're going to do whatever we want, and everyone's just yelling, screaming. And then you have it where pretty much Redestro tells him like, hey, whatever you want, what do you want? Drink, says get lost or, go away. And then Shigaraki falls down and says, he talks to the doctor, says, I got Geku Makuya under control, stuff like that. And he pretty much says that, you'll give me power. That's what I want. He says, all right. The doctor pretty much says, since you did what you got to do, I will, give you your power since your memories came back. And that's pretty much the end of the episode and stuff like that. Again, and then, of course, we're going to get to, next week's and stuff like that. And that's the final episode next week. And it's crazy, man. I really did like My Villain Academia. I know people had issues with the anime, stuff like that. I had issues with it. But again, I still think they did a pretty good job. I think the first time they did kind of trash, honestly, like the first, episode 20 or episode 21, they kind of did kind of bad, but overall, they did pretty good for what it was. I still wish the fights were a lot longer, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. So, again, tell me what you guys think about this episode. I personally give this a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I have no issues with it. People have mixed with things about it. Overall, I loved it. I think this is way better than Infinity War, personally. I think when you get to the next arc with Season 6, you guys going to know about the war arc and stuff like that. But when it happens, Season 6, again, I don't know when Season 6 comes out, probably like April or whatever. But if it does, and when Season 6 comes out, and you guys are going to probably just anime watches only, you guys are going to look at Avengers Infinity War and look at all the flaws with that movie when Season 6 comes out and it's done. Because My Hero Academia takes so many shots at it, and also does so many things that Marvel and Disney would never have the balls to do in that particular war arc. That's what I'll say. So again, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.